I am always busy. Busy with schoolwork and after-school activities. Piano lessons with Mrs. Lee. Art lessons with Mr. Wu. Calligraphy lessons with Mrs. Sun. Then I have to do homework and practice for next week's lessons. That day, I wanted a break. Dad, can we go on a big adventure? You need to finish your homework. Mom, can I have some fruit? When you've finished your homework. But I wanted a break from homework. I wanted to go on a big adventure. When I emptied my school bag, I found a book I'd never seen before. I flicked through the pages. Snails have more than 14,000 teeth on their tongues. Snails have teeth on their tongues? I wondered out loud. It's true, said a voice outside the window. I opened my window and saw a tiny snail. I heard you talking about a big adventure, said the snail. I go on big adventures all the time, every time I read a book. This snail could talk and read. I'd heard of a bookworm before, but never a book snail. I have my very own library right here in my shell. Would you like to see it? Asked the snail. But how would that be possible? I was so big and the snail was so small. Sometimes your imagination can make the impossible possible. Try it and see what happens. I closed my eyes and whispered, shrink, shrink, shrink. It worked. When I opened my eyes again, I was tiny. I looked inside the snail's shell and could hardly believe my eyes. Colorful artwork covered the walls, and there were rows of bookcases full of books, all kinds of books. I pulled a book off the shelf and sat down to read. I finished it and read another, and then another. Each book was a new adventure. I wanted to stay there forever, but I knew I had to go home. Don't worry, said the book snail. When you read books, you can have a big adventure whenever you like. I closed my eyes and whispered, grow, grow, grow. Then I started reading books all the time and had all kinds of adventures. I'm still as busy as ever with schoolwork and activities, but now I've added trips to the library to my to-do list. No matter how busy I am, I know I'll find a new big adventure on the shelves. I might even write my own adventures. Maybe I'll start with a story about a book snail. The end. Jin Bo is a professor in the music department at Capital Normal University, Beijing. He has been writing children's stories, poems, and fairy tales for 50 years and has won many prizes for his children's books. Wang Zumin is an art editor and illustrator. He won a UNESCO NOMA Award in 1990. Most recently, he illustrated Thump 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 by Yu Yi, which received a special mention at the Bologna Ragazzi Awards 2023. Helen Wang translates Chinese children's books into English. Her work includes Cao Wenquan's novels Bronze and Sunflower and Dragonfly Eyes.